Ray's Repair Zone. We're going to look at a winch solenoid. This solenoid was from a winch I just got. Well, I just pulled out of the storage. I've had it for over 8 years. And I found a use for it now. And the winch would go out, but it wouldn't come back in. So I swapped the yellow and black wires on the winch motor, and I tried it again, so the winch would go in but it wouldn't go out. So I knew it was one of these solenoids, wasn't making good connection. So I've been searching online. These things, you can get them fairly cheap, but some of those greedy people, they want $75 for shipping. So I thought I'd take this one apart. It's brand new, so I thought, why not take it apart, see what's wrong with it. Maybe I can fix it, and I think I will be able to. Now, to take this apart, I took the nuts and the washers off, took the fiberglass insulator off. Then I put this in the vise, just hanging on to one, on the bottom end. And I took a little, I have a little punch here I made out of, what is it, 3/16 Allen wrench. And I just came around here and it's just crimped on. And I went all the way around the edge with the hammer and this little punch. When you take it apart, all you see is 2 contacts here and here. So when it's not energized, you should have continuity between these 2 poles, right? And then, well, this is a 6-pole solenoid. Now, these are your signal wires or your working wires. That's what energizes your coil in here. Anyway, these 2, when this is crimped back together in place, these 2 should have continuity and these ones shouldn't have continuity. You put negative power here, positive power here. It pulls the brass or copper disc downwards, and it makes contact from here to here and across. So now what I see in this situation, right here, it's burning, and right there, it's not making a very good contact. See here too, and on that side, it's not contacting very well. And I'm going to show you how this thing works just as it's apart. I'm going to put power. This is the coil. As soon as you put power to a coil, it creates a magnetic force and it'll pull this. I'll show you everything inside here. Okay, and it pulls this downwards. You'll see how it works now. Oop, I got a spring in there. I got to watch. I think I got to do this other way around. I'll put negative on. And now I'll hold my finger here. Now if I touch this, it creates a magnetic current and also makes it magnetize, and it pulls this all down. And that's how it's supposed to work. Now we should have continuity going across here. But being that it's not making a good connection, it doesn't work. So you're not going to get power to your motor the proper way. Whoop. I took the power away and it shot her out of there. So that's how these things work. I'm going to clean this up. If I have a little piece of sandpaper here, I can do it right now. I have crocus cloth, which is very fine. I don't want to use that. There we go. Now I'm going to take this, I think it's 120 grit. I'm just going to just from sitting, I don't know what happened, whether it just made some corrosion or some oxidization where it wouldn't make a connection. I don't know. But that's my problem, where it's burning there, it's not making a connection, so we're gonna make it have a connection. And it should work. Actually, I should be putting my multimeter on there at the same time. And while I'm at it, I'm going to do the top end, which would be for the top poles. So I don't know whether it was oxidized and it didn't want to work because it's been sitting so long. Or what's the story here? Not really much to it, just a little coil and a copper contactor, or probably took it to the wire brush a lot quicker, but I don't want to get too wicked with it. Now these, I'm just going to give it a little cleaning. So I'm thinking it was just a oxidization or something, and that's why it wasn't working. I'm kind of happy that that's all it was. Just from sitting. Now there's these two points in here. They need to be cleaned up too. We'll just sand them off. I'm kind of happy this, I don't have to worry about waiting for shipping with this goofy BS. Oh, my way of thinking, this COVID BS. And plus Christmas, I'll never get this part for a long time. So I'll have to get I have a multimeter here. I'm just using a little 12-volt battery right here. That's all you need. If you see, oh yeah, you can see it there. It doesn't take much power to operate the solenoid. I'm going to put this here. Can you see it? I'm going to have to get, I guess I should have done that before and after, but two more jumper wires. Okay, we're going to put that on ohms resistance. I can tell you if you have continuity. My positive wire, I'm going to stick it on here. This will be my negative wire. Now right now, there'll be no continuity, but if I jump it across here, you see it'll be 0.4 ohms, 0.4, 0.5. So we should have 0.4 or 0.5 ohms when this pulls in. So right now there's nothing. No, I think we gotta do something different here. I just want to open up enough. Okay, Now I got my negative and then the positive. I'm gonna just hold it here. What do we got? 0.5 ohms. Let go, 0. So I think oops. I'm thinking that's going to do the trick. And now we have out of limit. Oh well. See if I wiggle that around here, make a contact. Oh, she's getting wonky. I'm gonna blow this crap out of here again. Try this again. There we go. I just didn't have a good connection, that's all. Now it says OL means it's out of limits, it can't read because it's nothing there. As soon as we pull it down, it should go back to 0.5, 0.4, oops. Got quite a bit of power, that little sucker there. Yeah, I think it'll work now. So when I push that, when I put that cap back on, it holds us down just a little bit, right? And then it works better. Like, just breaks the circuit. The solenoid that I repaired is this one right here. Now I have still the same problem, and I think I have to take this solenoid apart now, because right now I don't have continuity between these two poles, and there should be connection right now. Then it'll send the current from this one to this one, and then I could reverse it. I'll show you how it's working now. I've got, it just clicks. It'll go out. Now it clicks to go in, and now if I make continuity manually with this piece of steel rod, now going in, it'll go in. Now it'll just click, right? Goes out. Won't go in, but I'll click it, and then so this solenoid now is not making connection. When it is released and no power to here, this should make continuity. As soon as there's power to the coil, these two poles should be connected. So it's not making connection between these two poles right now when it's in a standing state. Hope the video helped you. Learn a little bit about it, because I can't find any information of solenoids like this on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.